We are American Trust Administrators, founded in 1972. We're a 45-year-old organization that plans on being around for the next 45 years.
Welcome. Hello. Today we're going to be covering the electronic enrollment form and the electronic application for American Trust Administrators. My name is Tom Stein, Jr. I'm this good-looking fellow right here. Today we're going to be walking through. Luke Roselli is going to take over in a second, and he's going to show you the ins and outs of it, how easy it is for you to use, how it's going to be more effective for you to underwrite, and how we can get you there real quick. So without further ado, let me bring on Luke.
Thanks, Tommy. Like you said, my name is Luke Roselli. I'm a medical underwriter here at American Trust. And we're going to talk today about how our new electronic enrollment form is going to be much easier, much more efficient, and much freer than the other guys. We're going to start with our request for electronic enrollment here. This is a picture of our request for electronic enrollment. This is how we're going to get the entire process started to get the employees to start filling out their online applications. At the top of the form, the general agent is going to provide their name, the general agency's name, email, phone, and how often they would like to receive their automatic status updates. That's going to be a great feature that we'll go in further detail later. Once we get that completed, we're going to provide the group name, street address, as well as the other information, the nature of the business, as well as how many estimated full-time employees we have. That's going to be very important. When we've got all of this information combined, we're going to go ahead and add any additional contacts that we would like to receive these automatic status updates. If you would like to add any more, go ahead and hit the plus button over there and you can add as many as you would like. Here, if you run your own manual quotes, you can go ahead and upload a document, Excel sheet, or PDF for SBCs, censuses, or anything along those lines. If you don't have any of that, go ahead and tell us what kind of benefits you would like. When we're all squared up, we'll go ahead and submit our form. You'll see this screen for a short amount of time, and boom. Here we've got our unique group number. That will be very important in getting this started. And we've got a unique link that has our group number imported in there already. Here is an example of the email you will also receive right afterwards. It's going to be easy to just forward this to the agent, and they will then forward that to the group to get them to start filling out the enrollment form via this link. Now we're all done setting up the request for electronic enrollment form, and now I'm going to pretend to be an employee filling out this enrollment form. First, we're going to start here by saying I am going to be the one filling out this enrollment form. I'm going to start putting my name here and submit the signature. This is a new feature for our enrollment forms. We are asking the employees to sign in on the enrollment form and then sign out of it on the bottom. I'll go ahead and put my first and last name. It will record the IP address of when it was signed, when and where it was signed, as well as the date and time. And hey, remember that code? It automatically populated it in. Easy as cake. This is where I'm going to be putting my personal information, name, date, social, all the stuff. We all need it. And here's where we're going to be putting our employment status. I'm an active employee of American Trust Administrators. I work 40 hours a week, and I have 3 options for when my full-time employment began. I know the approximate date. Not everyone knows this information, so we'll go ahead and take a month and year. I know the exact date, month, day, and year, if I've been here a long time, over 10 years, we don't need to know when, that's fine. Now we're going to get to where the employee elects their coverage. If I would like employee, spouse, and child coverage, I'll do yes across the board. That includes dental as well. Or if I would like to waive medical coverage, a couple things will happen. The first is it's going to ask why I'm waiving medical coverage. Options are Medicare, Medicaid, other health coverage, or other. Say I can't afford coverage, that's fine. Go ahead and other, tell us why. And to make sure that we have accurate information, it's going to ask me the question again, are you sure you would like to waive coverage? If I hit yes, I would like to decline, it's going to delete the rest of the form, and it's going to ask me to sign at the bottom. You are now signing a waiver of coverage. Here, if I do not have any children, I'm going to go ahead and hit no. Select I don't have children, and here is where I made a mistake actually. I'm going to say yes, I would like dental coverage for my children. We're going to get to that great feature of this new enrollment form. Here is going to be a great tool for our agents. If our employees want high and low benefits, they're kind of split down the middle. Great indicator that this would be a great group for a dual option plan or potentially triple option plan. Just a great tool. We don't currently require it on our paper enrollment forms, but we wanted to include it on our electronic enrollment forms. Now that we've got our elections covered, we're going to go ahead and put names with faces. I'll hit add individual and type in my spouse's information. And once I've got everyone who's going to be receiving coverage, I will check this box that says I have listed all persons. Now it's going to ask Hayden Joel Roselli's information. I will type it all in, and a new thing we've got here is it asks for e-cigarettes. People like to smoke flash drives. It's okay. We'll ask how long they've been using it, and when we've got all of that, it's going to ask for my information next. Gonna hit male, 6'2", 200, I wish. And I am not a tobacco or e-cigarette user. And then it's gonna put me in the health questionnaire section of the enrollment form. This blue bar is going to be following the employee no matter how far down they scroll. We wanted to emphasize this, saying that in the past 5 years, have they had any of these conditions, illnesses, or disorders? Very important. Here, I'm going to answer no, no, and we're going to go ahead and say yes, that I have had a urological disorder of the kidney or cirrhosis, hepatitis, or other diseases of the liver. I'm going to select on the drop-down menu that I am the person with this. I've had kidney stones this year in January. I had a stent placed as the treatment, and it was a surgery, so I'll go ahead and repeat stent placement here. That question is complete. If my spouse has also had this in the past 5 years, I will go ahead and hit the plus sign and fill it out for my spouse. This is questions 4 through 11, but you'll see that I left question 9 blank. That's on purpose. Questions 12 through 18 are the last ones of the regular medical questions, and then we get to our special questions. These have some extra sub-questions that we need answers for. Such as, if I've got some kind of cancer, we're going to ask for the type of cancer, date of diagnosis, prognosis, stage of cancer, are they in remission, have they had chemo or radiation, etc., as well as the number of heart attacks or date of some heart attacks if they've had a heart attack. Now, because we ask when somebody fills this out to gather all their prescription medications in one place, we have separated our prescription medications from the medical questions and put them in their own section. So I'm going to select a person. I will choose myself. I have Vyvanse, 70 milligrams for ADHD. Say I don't know my spouse's dosage of her lisinopril. So I'll go ahead and check this box that says I don't remember the dosage. No problem, we'll take it. And she takes it for high blood pressure. When you've listed everything, check your box, call it good. Now we get to the end of the form, and it's going to have the same legalese that we have on our paper form. And we're going to go ahead and sign it as Obi-Wan Kenobi. No, we don't like that. Neither does our electric form. You know why? This has to match the signature at the very top. We want the same person who started the form to finish the form. So once we get that signed, it's going to automatically kick us up to our elections. Remember when we elected dental for our child that we don't have? It's going to make us correct it. Why? We want shorter underwriting letters. I know they make you mad. Trust me, it's not the most pleasant thing in the world for us either. We're going to get this corrected, and then it's going to shoot us back up to the question we left blank. You can't leave questions blank here. It will not let you submit a form unless all questions are answered. Once we finish this off, we change it to Luke Roselli. We'll submit the form. Voila. Our application is complete. As the employee, I can print my application should I wish. And then we're going to get to the status updates. As the general agent and contact person that the GA has entered, I will receive this every time the status update was requested from noon to 12:05. And this is what it will look like. One application out of the 36 eligible has been completed. If you want an updated list and it's not noon to 12:05, go ahead and hit status of the group. It'll bring you to the current status of the group. If you want to change the frequency, you're not getting updates soon enough, go ahead and change your frequency. If you have at least 85% of the applications completed, which is the number that we require to submit to underwriting, you can go ahead and do a one-click submit to underwriting and commence risk evaluation. Or if the group flops, goes with another carrier somehow, that's cool. Stop receiving the status updates for the groups. We'll be fine there. Another feature that we have, it's going to tell you who has filled out the enrollment forms as well as their name and date of birth. We're going to go ahead and submit our application to the underwriting department, and we are done. Right now, the process is going to be the exact same as it were if you were to use paper enrollment forms. ATA has made electronic enrollment much easier. Our automatic status updates and one-click paperless case submission, second to none. Our efficiency that we guarantee via our 100% completion of applications will shorten our underwriting letters. And you will always know who has submitted their applications. And all of these services today are available for free. 3 business days, in fact, after you've submitted your applications to underwriting, we will return them to you at the GA's request. With that, if you have any comments, questions, or concerns regarding your application, give me a holler. You can contact me, luke.roselli at ataamerica.com or 913-378-9890. And with that, I'm gonna have Tommy come back and wrap things up for you.
Great. So I hope we all learned something today. You guys should have a general idea of how to walk through the online enrollment form and how it's going to help you service your clients more quickly. And really, at the end of the day, what we're trying to do is make this easier on everybody. All right, it's hard enough to get in the room. Let's make it easier to close. So again, my name is Tom Stein. We are American Trust Administrators. Let us know how we can help, and we'll be happy to. Thanks.